So to help you review for your test, I wanted to go through one more example with tables, graphs, and equations. Paulina posts to Instagram 3 times a day. How many total posts, P, will she make in D days? So most everybody can write the equation pretty well for that. And the equation would be P equals 3D. The posts equal 3 times the days. For our independent and dependent variable, the independent variable is days and the dependent variable is posts because the number of posts depends on how many days. And then filling out the chart, 2 times 3 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 3 is 12, and 5 times 3 is 15. So I think most people are doing pretty well with that. It's when you have to make the graph. Okay, our dependent goes on the y-axis, our independent goes on the bottom. And quite often that's a measure of time that goes along the x. So here are 2 example graphs that would receive full credit. You can see that this one is going up by increments of 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This one is going up by increments of 3. Either one would be acceptable. Both of these have a title. Both of them have the labels on the x and y axis. Both of them start at 0, and both of them have even spacing. Remember, always label your x's. Now let's take a look at a few common errors that I've seen in the last few days. This graph has a lot of good things about it. It's got a title, it's got labels, but the problem is that it's not starting at 0. If you see, they've got 3 down here at the line, and because this is 2, this would actually be a 1 on the x, and we always need to have this point be 0, 0. So you need to be starting at 0. Okay? This one has a common error that they've put the numbers in spaces and not on the line. And I know it seems like, well, it'd be easier to see the number if I write it in the blank space. But you have to think about it. If you start here at 0, you're not at 1 until you get to this line. You're not at 2 until you get to this line. So make sure that you're putting your numbers on the line, not in the spaces. And the last mistake that I've seen several students make is uneven spacing. So you can see here along the x, they've got 1 space between 0 and 1, but 2 between 1 and 2, 3 between 2 and 3, 2 between 3 and 4, and 2 between 4 and 5. It's up to you what spacing you want to use, but it has to be consistent and the same. So whether that's 1 space between the numbers or 2 spaces, as long as you do the same thing each time. Hope that'll help you with your test.